Good evening. Tonight on Swift Creek's second grade news, we will explore the fascinating puffin. I'm Catie Barker reporting.
Mighty Sven, you did everything penguinly possible.
I is not a penguin. I is a puffin.
Really?
Yeah, just a little puffin bird. Run out of poof.
Oh.
Many people may have only seen a puffin on cereal boxes in the organic food section of a grocery store. But puffins are actual birds that live in cold, snowy environments, like Alaska and Antarctica. Brr! Puffins are usually about 10 inches tall, which is about the height of a small jug of milk. The puffins weighs about the same amount as a can of soda, but puffins don't drink soda. They eat things like small fish and sand eels. During the winter months, puffins may also eat crustaceans, which is like crab, lobster, shrimp, or crabs. But they really prefer fish. Mom and Dad puffins will carry fish in their beak back to their nest for their babies. They carry about 10 fish at a time in their beaks. They're specialized to hold a lot of these fish. A puffin can dive underwater for up to a minute, but most dives usually last about 20 to 30 seconds. While underwater, the puffin swims by using its wings to push it along the water almost like it's flying, using its feet like a rudder. Puffins can live to be 20 years or more. The oldest known puffin lived to be 36 years old. Can you believe that? That's almost as old as my mom and dad. The puffins sound so cool. They're nicknamed the clown of the sea. I have seen them in action. They're pretty funny. You wouldn't think that anything would be an enemy of a puffin, but they do have enemies. The greatest natural predator of a puffin is the great black-backed gull. This gull can catch adult puffins in midair. The great black-backed gull will circle high above the puffin colony and pick up a solitary puffin and catch it from behind by dive bobbing in the unsuspecting puffin. Poor puffin. Let's explore how puffins got their name. The puffin originally meant fatling, but the name was described the chubby cheeks of another bird with puffin chicks were confused with since they nest on some of the same islands in Europe that the puffins do. In the last half of the 1800s, the puffin was given the scientific name of Forfatercola arctica, which means little brother of the north. Whatever the scientists name, local nicknames are still around. These include such names like clown of the ocean, and sea parrot. People used to claim that a puffin was actually a cross between a bird and a fish for its amazing ability to swim underwater. How do puffins help people? Puffins help people by acting like interactors of ocean health, especially overfishing. But puffins indicate if there is a lot of fish based on how many fish they bring ashore for the chicks. If overfishing reduces with fish populations, then puffin will bring home less fish. This is a warning that we are overfishing the ocean. This is bad for the puffins and humans, since we both rely on fish for food. Puffins can also help tourism. Communities benefit from having a healthy puffin colony to share with our tourists to contribute the local economy, which paying to see the birds and stay in hotels, eat in restaurants. My mom, dad, and I went to Alaska 2 summers ago, and we saw puffins there. That's how I decided that the puffin is the animal I wanted to report on. It's our responsibility to make sure that we take care of the animals on our planet, the puffins included. They are so cool and funny to watch. If you've ever seen a puffin in action, you'll agree. I'm Catie Barker reporting to you from Mrs. Davis's second grade class at Swiss Creek Elementary School in Midlothian, Virginia, asking you to remember, prepare to the Puffins! Let's explore how Puffins got their name. Puffin originally meant fatling. The name was used to describe the chubby chicks of another bird. The Puffin chicks were confused with since the nest of some...
Okay, go back. They're confused with, they're called fatlings. They got that from chubby cheeks. And they were confused with chicks that they nested on the same island with.
The chicks. Puffins indicate... Can we stop there?
Yeah, you're good.
So this is a warning to tourism.
Tourism.
Tourism.